stop
no
buying
use for
things
it.
short notice. I've just gone live, by the way.
I've got no use for it apart from I thought monstering maybe just have a spare bit of kit.
At least I think I've gone live. I have gone live. I can see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, let another podcast. I don't think I watched it last time.
Not another one.
Oh, we are literally live.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
I thought. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hello, welcome. I thought we were like live, but like.
Thank God you checked.
Stream starting soon. Yeah.
No, we don't have that anymore. Remember?
I was about to
can
say
you
something
remember?
Really offensive.
Remember how last time
we didn't have.
I said this is really short notice, and I've all my stuff is all the stream stuff is on the old PC. But don't worry, because next time it will be sorted. Well,
I was thinking today, although as discussed a minute ago, I've been really busy today. I was thinking today, like, oh, I'll just get like our base images and just chuck some text on there, and they're the scene's done. I got the stream on and it's working, I believe. Is that what you're checking?
Well, yeah, but you shouldn't be able to hear us on stream and also be part of the stream. How have you done this?
Well, YouTube on?
You're listening. You listen to us talk while we're talking.
No, I've never watched one of our videos. Sod that.
But how do you focus? Is that why you don't focus mostly?
Not, yeah.
Okay.
No, I just respond to you on the stream rather than real time. I'm just delayed.
That's why you always answer like 40 seconds later.
Yeah. And I've already forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, so when we're ready to do the intro, we can click live and then we'll do a professional intro. So.
All right, okay, we're going to pretend we haven't been live for 2 minutes already.
Hello everybody. Hello Robbie. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for being first one in. You have won a golden surprise.
Ooh. What's the golden surprise, Matthew?
That's a surprise, and I can't tell you.
Oh. That's a shame.
Domesticated moss. Hello, welcome. Let it not be piss.
What up?
Robbie, I said it was a surprise.
Let it not be piss.
Do you know what I might invest in is just some little earphones.
Golden piss
then
surprise.
I can just be max relaxing, you know.
What's wrong with just headphones?
I don't know. I just hate the look of it.
Oh.
Although I can put my headphones behind my head here.
The seeing the ears is much worse.
What? Because my ears are horrendous. Yeah, fair play.
I'm joking.
Oh my god, you look hideous. Put your headphones back.
No, he doesn't.
Anyway, to business. Empire LARP. Boom, boom, boom.
Activate. I have been. So you have been really snowed in at work today, haven't you? And I've been metaphorically and kind of physically bouncing off the walls over a Wind of Fortune that's dropped, very specifically for Orcs and kind of a little bit for the Marches, and really tinily kind of a little bit for Urizen.
So the gist of things is, you know about this. I briefly, vaguely know a thing or two. So you're going to talk about it.
This is rare. This is a rare opportunity where I know something and Matt doesn't. It's usually extremely the other way around.
One of our group chats with some mates has blown up. So I kind of like skimmed a bit where someone did like a little a lowdown of what's going on. But I mean, it is worth saying, I've noticed there's another wind out as well, which is maybe 2 more winds actually. I'm not sure. So we've received some today, which is cool. But we're probably going to talk about this one that benefits us.
Well, right? we won't spend the whole time on it because that's not exciting for people that aren't specifically Imperial Orcs. It'll be cool for Robbie.
Imperial Orcs live stream. No one else is allowed in. So.
It's just got me excited about Empire, and the whole idea is let's get hyped.
I mean, we're just going to talk about just general waffle in it because it's got the buzzers going. I mean, I'm buzzed anyway, and this has buzzed you up, which has now buzzed me up in return, and it's like a circle. Also, I was contacted by someone today who wants to get in on some political stuff. So
Oh,
we've got another teammate, which is cool. So we'll be chatting to them.
Do I know them?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Are they an orc?
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Should I?
Well,
I'll keep it. I'll keep it to myself.
Well,
I'll tell you about it off stream.
message me on the side.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
Discord.
I was gonna tell you, but because I gave myself 2 minutes to get here before the stream started, didn't have time to talk about it. So yeah, we've got another player who's gonna come do some political stuff, which is useful for me and you because between us and Scarsin political team, there's a lot going on. And as we're about to get into, Marie's got a lot going on for this coming event, which is going to keep us busy, which is fun.
Yes.
And it is cool to see. I don't know if you've been looking at the Orc Discord, Mark, but they were talking about we've still got some bits and bobs that was done last event, which we still haven't heard about. For example, sending the Ilram do some important stuff, and my Senate mission. So we could get another wind.
I was definitely half listening to that, but I got very distracted because you said a minute ago about some more winds having dropped since. I can't see any winds, but they have done some updates on a couple monstrous creatures used by the Grendel and
my bad. I think it is that I saw, and I assumed it was a wind. It's the crab creature.
Yeah, so it's the dire Estacid, which is Mr. Pidgey.
Yeah.
And the Grolbrawn, which is the land sharks.
Of course. Oh, land sharks, okay.
So yeah, I don't know if that means we're going to be seeing more of them.
It's not a wind, it's a thing, but that's cool. I don't know what it is, but like, have I just been oblivious to this before, or have all of a sudden PD taken a look at some things and thought, let's just do a load of reworking? Like, what's going on?
They're definitely being more vocal about doing reworks, but they're also doing massive overhauls. Like the League overhaul happened between our last stream and now.
But ultimately, this takes people power. So have they maybe behind the scenes taken on a couple of extra admin? I don't know. It's out of the blue. It just seems, out of all the years we've been playing, we've suddenly just been hit with loads of overhauls and stuff, and it's cool. It's nice. Nice to see.
Also, just as a general announcement, any Dornish watching, your camp plan went up a few hours ago. Just a little side note. So
ours hasn't yet. It's a shame.
No, did you put our thing in?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I've given the wrong dimensions, but I will figure it out. So, but no, yeah, I put it in and I requested a spot. So, but I don't know. I know the Orcs is quite a smallish camp. Once you get in to the camp, like there isn't buckets of room. So I don't know. I think we'll go to the event, see where we get placed. If it's cool, it's cool. If we want to see if we can get somewhere else, we can always talk to camp planner.
Yes. So yeah, a couple of cool things. Couple of cool things.
Oh yeah, talking about in-character camp, I did the in-character. I got our in-character tent sunshade set up on the weekend. Pictures are in the Discord. A picture is in the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've kind of got we've done a bit of a lean-to type tarpaulin type thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's extremely minimal in comparison to what we've done before.
Which is the point.
Which is the point. It should be a lot easier for us to set up on our own.
I think it's probably gonna be like 2 walks from the van to take everything to the camp.
Well, even with 2 of us? Well, 3 of us.
Yeah, well, 3 of us might be able to do it all with 3. I don't know what Justin plans are. I don't know if they want to be like. The Red Hands have an icy space as well. Nice one.
We'll finish that sentence in a second, guys. Don't worry.
Sorry. No, I was going to say I don't know if Justin just wants to set our camp up or wants to go explore. I don't know. I don't know what his plans are.
Well, he's not going to explore without us, I'm sure. He kind of wants the tour.
Maybe not. That's fine. But
in his payment is he can carry something for us.
Hopefully our IC camp will take like 10 minutes set up because it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's fun. I see. Yeah, that's the just all changing up. It's going to be fun, exciting. Should we talk about some cool stuff?
We can do. It's cool to hear that Red Hands will have
Yeah,
a presence.
yeah. I mean,
You have quite a
some
presence
reason-
anyway by amount of people.
yeah. I mean, one of the larger groups, right?
Mm.
So, nice, cool.
Yeah, very
I
cool.
assume. Yeah, I was going to say. I don't know. Is Kazak? I always get their name wrong. Red Hand Kazar. Is that still your warlord? If so, are they going to have a throne? Kerry, yeah. I didn't want to say Kerry, but I see name.
12 Red Hands.
12 Red Hands. That's a chunk.
Mm.
A parliament of Red Hands.
That's almost a Red Hand dozen.
The boss is back, and yes, they have their throne again. Nice. I don't think I guess we don't have to go into it, but Kerry wasn't here last year, were they? I don't think. Obviously, fine if they weren't. Or dig up anything, but I don't think Kerry was there last year. Not sure. Anyway, cool. 12 Red Hands. A murder of Red Hands. Interesting. A baker's dozen. It's not a baker's dozen. Oh, for their wedding. Cool. Nice. Well, it'd be nice to.
Nice.
We've had interactions with them as our old characters, so it'd be cool to chat as orcs. So.
Yes.
A red horde. Yes. A horde of Red Hands.
A red horde.
Nice. I was going to say something other interesting happened literally just weekend gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, go on.
Which Miner's Fate.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Did anyone go?
Yeah,
that we know. I know people obviously went because I have friends that went.
Do you know Nazak?
Yes.
I saw they went, so I messaged him and I was like, "How'd it go?" And yeah, positive things from them.
It's been generally good responses.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a few bits and bobs, which I think from my grasp of it, is there's always going to be teething issues, and it sounds like there were teething issues,
and that is the general consensus.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Apart from trying to get my head around a whole new system, it sounds really positive and fair play to them. So, Miner's Fate, cool. Maybe we'll do something in the future, not a week before an Empire event. Maybe we'll talk about. I'd love some IC Orc friends. If you see me,
I was just
say
replying.
hi.
I was going to say we surely will. Likewise, everyone else. If you see us, come say hi as well.
Ultimately, you know where to find the Orcs.
Well, if you study the picture enough that you put in the chat, you'll be able to work out where we are in the Discord.
Oh yeah, if you can spot a tarp from, but no, yeah, I mean, we're fairly mobile, aren't we? We get around camp.
Around the Orc camp.
No, and camps in general. So
and the whole place, yeah.
We'll probably bump into people, definitely. Yeah.
I obviously I don't know what your political busyness schedule is going to look like, but I'm probably going to end up learning a lot about the league this event, just by as a byproduct of Justin sort of exploring the league. I'll probably check out some bits.
I'm probably. Do you know, like, I don't know, 3 months ago, I said, Mark, I'm nailing down my schedule this event. It's going to be watertight, so I'm going to have maximized efficiency on timekeeping. I haven't done it. But
yeah, I figured.
If I do it in time, I'm going to have buckets of time to come hang out in the league, which will be nice. So, yeah. It'd be cool to do.
So, are you telling me this mystery political edition is gonna maybe be going to stuff that you can't go to as a proxy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not this event. I mean, no. If someone approached me saying they're really interested in,
because don't forget, I can't do it anymore.
Yep, I know. There's someone's like, I'm really interested in politics stuff. Being a Marie Orc, and I was like, cool. So I was like, come chat to me. I was like, I'm recruiting for the team, and I'm after a proxy. So
Okay.
And they said, "Oh yeah, really keen to come learn about it." So,
Hmm.
and we're going to shout about stuff at camp. Anyway, enough of that. So anyway, yeah, league would be cool. Go check out the league a bit more.
Yeah. It's somewhere that I don't know how much involvement you've had with the league, but I have had next to none.
I would say slightly bit more than next to none, but only very slightly.
I guess I kind of tell a lie in that I went to the league once with Drew to talk about something for somebody. And that's it.
Ultimately, aren't we all just talking to someone about something?
Well, yeah. It's as specific as
what we
I'd
do?
like to be and as specific as
Yeah.
I can be.
Are you telling me that you stole the Imperial crown?
No, I'm telling you that I am really bad at remembering stuff.
Are you secretly trying to tell me that you shot that arrow into Senate once? I don't know if I told that story. I don't know if I can. I tell that story?
No, is that an actual thing that happened? If it's something that happened, if it's something that happened, you can say it.
Yeah, I don't know though, because it was in. So here's my thought. Whilst we just get distracted,
I was there 3,000 years ago.
So, yeah, like Winds of War, right? Winds of Fortune, common knowledge. So we're free to talk about it now, right?
Yes.
However, events that happen in game, in Anvil, you could argue more restricted to.
Oh, you might have a point.
Okay, I'll tell you. We're in Senate, and in the old Senate building, and actually, arrows fire over the side of the walls into the Senate building. And then there was I'm gonna get banned from PD for telling this now. We had to.
It's fine. We'll just go to Menace Faye.
Yeah, Imperial Testudo, and shuffle, just shuffle out of Senate, protecting the Empress.
Oh.
Yes. And then I remember at the time, obviously someone shot an arrow in, and they literally just picked it up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, their PID's on it." So I know that's
but
you can't do that, but yeah, it was quite funny. They were like, "We can literally just go find out who this person is." It's just yeah. But nothing. I don't think anything came of it. I think someone was just being I don't know. That's I forgot it happened, to be honest. So last
someone's being a silly Billy.
Twanged a few arrows over the wall of Senate into what was going on. It's 99% known who did that. Oh, okay. Yeah. You say his name 3 times.
Oh, I was just about to say.
Yeah.
You say his name 3 times, he appears.
Oh, hang on, have I got a mirror in it?
Pennington! Actually, he'll be like, Matthew Hunt!
Yeah. He's just at his desk updating the look and feel of the Orcs, and then he's just like, ears are burning. They weren't after Vesna.
Anna's got the inside knowledge.
But it was still funny that everyone just went into lockdown mode and turtled around Vesna and shuffled off out of Senate. That was back in the day when we had a wooden Senate. Now it's just a bloody big tent, which is ultimately infinitely better. But just saying.
Anyway, that's a story for another time, and it definitely didn't happen. And we'll delete it in post-production.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Hang on, I've just been logged out of my PD account. What's going on?
Who's that knocking at the door?
Yeah, I've just had an email saying it's been deleted. It's just pumped all my XP into priest skills. What the hell?
Robbie makes a good point. There does need to be seating in Senate 2.0 when they move to the new site and hopefully build a permanent structure.
So, Senate on the Senate floor. Do you know what? Let's spend 2 minutes talking about this because Senate floor.
Do you know what? I'll give you 7.
Okay, 7 minutes, right? Seating on the Senate floor, I don't think I need seating. Although it would be really nice to have it. However, in the viewing gallery, absolutely.
Spoken like a classic stander.
Yeah, stander. What can I say? Innocent bystander.
I think there needs to be seats available if needed.
Yeah, I just think a load of benches in the And also, for example, the new Senate tent, it's got a massive viewing gallery, so you can have tons more people in there.
But
seating,
I'm hoping that they are going to build something permanent on the new site. But it would be cool if they made a viewing gallery that went all the way around, like the three sides, very much like the House of Commons, I guess.
Or do you know, like the 1800s when they had surgeons, like universities, and then people would like stand up or the House of Commons,
Yeah. Or like when Colosseums were modern day, just something like that.
yeah.
And in
Or
the
like stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be cool, but also that raises another point. Just because they've got a new site, potentially can't just start building wooden structures.
Why?
Planning permission.
It's only for permanent situated things. If they're building temporary wooden structures, it's okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If they wanted to go for a more permanent thing, so for example, like the Mead Hall at Eversley, they had to get taken down, didn't it?
The Mead Hall at Eversley.
Apparently, that's what it's called. I've only ever heard of it. Apparently, they built.
What? It's already gone before we went.
Oh yeah, before I've ever been there. Yeah. Apparently, they built like a big hall, like a big building, and had to get pulled down because someone complained.
What do they build it out of?
Wood. Yeah, but I think so. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not a planning permission.
Well,
man,
yeah, I don't know the ins
person.
and outs, but I'm fairly sure
No.
the way around it is that you build it out of wood and say it's not permanent, but then leave it up.
Yeah, I think you just need to argue that it's not a permanent structure. Is for example, if you had a shed, not a permanent structure, but if you put like concrete footings in and built a proper wooden building, then they might be like, nah. Because I bet a shiny shilling that it's going to be a public footpath on PD's new site, and we're going to get old people walking dogs the whole time, complaining about stuff.
You reckon?
Anyway, yeah, I'm just negative about stuff.
That's a sweeping generalization.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so
yeah, agreed.
I was just saying in the chat if it doesn't have a fixed foundation, so I think that's the only. But so
that's what I was agreeing with, not Matthew's views.
Yeah, and my views. So yeah, I mean, so
Matthew's views are not reflective of the Another LARP podcast limited company.
What you were saying, so yeah, they could potentially just build a proper Senate building, and like the old Senate building was just basically sat on the ground, wasn't it? So yeah, they could. That's cool. I mean, I was only throwing the thought out there because I didn't know how much they can get away with. Just start plonking down things.
If it doesn't have a plumbed-in toilet, it's not permanent. I think that's the rule. If you have a porcelain throne, it becomes a permanent structure.
If it's a whiteboard marker, it's not permanent either. So.
I'm just gonna end it there. That is that was painful to listen to in real time.
Painful to say. Go on, let's talk about some juicy Skurran stuff.
You want to hear the juicy Winds of Fortune that I've been reading and digesting and plotting about today?
I've heard it's got the juice.
It has the juice. It's a good one. I should have loaded it up by now, but here we are.
Baggins and other makes a good point in the chat about permanent structures or semi-permanent. If they want to hire out the site for other systems and stuff, maybe not having permanent buildings would be better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it would be better having a permanent, because you could have multi-use.
Maybe what PD would benefit from the new site, whilst you're loading up the wiki thing, is better storage for buildings. So, for example, like the old Senate building, I don't really know why that hasn't been kept going, or why the forge has no floor. Like, I don't really understand.
Ceiling.
Maybe it's or a ceiling. Maybe it's the fact that the logistics of storing larger panels and stuff is a pain where they currently are.
Isn't
you
it
might
just
find in the new
wear
place-
and tear that they don't want to replace because they're moving?
No idea. And it's easier to have these wooden structures as like the Senate. We know the Senate and the Forge were just falling apart over the past few years.
Yes.
And ultimately, it's just they just fixed them, but they haven't. So, anywho, I love PD and Empire LARP, even though I sound like I'm slagging them off.
Please don't ban Matthew. If anything, it'll be the elderly population around the new site that will be getting you cancelled.
The dog walkers, yeah.
Yeah. Your heinous words. That's okay. Right, Mr. Senator, did you know that Marive is dry as sin?
It's arid.
Mm.
It has many arid qualities.
Yeah. Are any of those good qualities?
What?
Are there any benefits to being arid?
I assume not. I assume it just means negative farmland. And so here, I'm going to throw an idea out there and you're going to go, that's silly. I think territories have like a food production, which is to do with like, for example, Marive at the moment, I don't believe can support an army because of the arid qualities and stuff. I might be wrong on that.
I think,
Someone
again,
in chat might be able to correct me.
just from reading this wind, I think it's to do with taxation as well. So the amount of money it generates for the Empire.
So at the moment, I think Marive is taxed on like 5 thrones.
Okay, well.
I think. So we're positive on taxation, which is surprising for a new territory. Whereas I think there's other territories out there that are negative because they've been trashed and stuff. Froth probably going to be negative. Is it Froth we've just got back? Can't remember. One of the territories we've just got back.
I'll tell you now, if it's not specifically in this wind, I ain't going to know the answer because this is all I've focused on this side of Christmas. Is this wind that came out 6 hours ago.
Well, let's talk about it. Arid qualities.
Yeah, so Marive is arid. We've got a lot of work to do for Marive.
So there's like 7 regions of Marive. I think 2 or 3 are arid. You've got some uncooperative region.
Yep.
You've got.
In fact, one that we're about to talk about is arid and uncooperative, I think.
Yeah. So, obviously these negative qualities is something you want to get rid of because then positive things happen, right? So, which is what this wind's about, isn't it? Removing some.
Yeah. So basically, this whole wind is about how we can make several regions, up to several regions, not arid. I'm not even sure how we pronounce some of these regions because I've only recently learned about them. But we've got, is it Yoradal?
Yeah, Erodal? I don't know. I haven't said it since E4, so.
Yoradal. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, Erodal.
Answers on a postcard.
Do you know what would be cool? If PD
we'll get there in a minute.
Phonetic names, you know?
Yes.
Because there are some whack names out there.
Or just the way to pronounce them.
Yeah, I know that. So, like, do with brackets.
Like the John Wikipedia. Yeah.
Instead of just being like, best of luck. You're like, cool.
Yeah.
I've heard like 7 pronunciations for Marive.
Yeah. The other two
probably wrong.
Yeah, some people say Marave. I think it's Marive.
Marave,
yeah. Mariave. No, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. Mariave, yeah.
So the 3 regions this really pertains to is Yoradal, Nadir, and Ikarian.
And I believe these are all the northern territories. Maybe Nadir is mid?
Yeah, I looked at the map earlier and I can't remember. I think Ikarian's the coastal one where there's a ruined Urzeni lighthouse. And then you have, which one did I just say? Ikarian. Nadir is top right, I think, because it's higher up than the other ones.
And I thought Oradal, whatever, I give up pronouncing it. I think that's sort of at the top as well, because is that the one that's potentially going to have a town would like to be constructed in? I don't know. Anyway,
Yes. God, are
yes.
you sure you haven't read this? You sure you haven't been skimming it while we've been talking about it?
Mate, I wrote it.
Right, we'll start with Yoradal, and I'm just going to keep calling it Yoradal.
Yoradal is a good way to. I'm sticking with that as well.
Yeah,
Yoradal.
and then if
Like
not,
it
we'll
either
just
way.
have to re-record the whole thing if it's wrong.
That's fine. That's fine.
Um,
I'll get an email over to Matt in a minute. I'll hit him up on WhatsApp.
Oh, it's all right. He's already watching after you started
Okay.
talking about stuff you shouldn't have been, so he'll be well aware. Why is my face like the light of 1,000 suns?
Oh, you're gone now. That's better.
We had this problem last
That's
week.
better. Oh, no, you're back now.
I'm basically sat in darkness, but my face is like,
Just cameras like over lighting.
yeah.
You want to get one of these lights, mate? A little strip light.
Yeah, but it's already too light.
Oh, it's like what's that? So you okay?
It's because I've just switched to the wiki page, which is bright white,
Oh,
because there's no
that's
dark.
it.
There's no dark mode. Make it
Yeah.
smaller.
come on, PD.
What if we make it half size? How's that?
I think you're just gonna have to have a shiny
Shiny red face.
moon head. I don't know.
Yeah, me head. So Yoradal first.
You're down.
Here's the things that we can do in this with this wind. So the
What
first
current
thing
qualities does it have? The region, does it tell you what region qualities it has?
just says arid AF.
Arid as fuck. Yeah.
No, it just says 3 of its regions, Ikaria, Nadir, and Yoradal, are arid, with little access to fresh water and consequently food, which is a major barrier to growing the territory's prosperity and attracting more Imperial Orcs from Scarsind.
So it has
farms
it
struggle.
has arid and uncooperative. Yeah.
So there's various things we can do. The first thing that they talk about doing is repairing an aqueduct that is currently connected to neighbouring Skura, which are they labelled foreigners?
Yes. Well, I mean they have to because we had a delegation from Skura
Oh
coming.
yeah.
Anvil last event.
Hmm.
So there's a broken aqueduct in Mariv. If repaired, it will draw water from Skura and flow into Mariv. So that's where this negotiations with Skura came in, because kind of like we're going to be taking their water.
So our meeting was literally about this then?
Yeah,
because I can't remember what the meeting was about.
we literally that's what I'm saying. We people don't know this because they weren't there, but we spoke to Skurans and had a discussion about them, and basically they raised this topic, and we were just talking about what we'd like to do, and it was a cool conversation, and now this has sprung up. So
okay, well this is really specifically immediately more exciting then, because we might be responsible for what has happened here, which essentially the end goal is they have offered to supply, if we can repair it, they will supply water from Skura at a cost. I can't remember if it said that they were going to help rebuild it.
So this was something that was happened in this like chat. Basically, they were like, if we like, do you guys want to come rebuild the aqueduct, or do you want Skurans to rebuild the aqueduct? So the aqueduct was an opportunity a couple of events ago, and then the Skurans turned up and were like, well, how are we going about this?
Okay, so that meeting then
we were
was
interested, and they came in basically like, what do you want from us? They wanted to I think they wanted to size us up, because like they're a very suspicious people and cautious people, and they were like, what's going on here? Because also there was something about they wanted to develop part of their own territory and was wondering if we would help do. Anyway, that's probably something that's not on the wind, so we won't talk about it.
Ready for the next bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we repair the aqueduct, they will they've offered to provide water. It's going to cost 12 thrones per season, which is a lot of money, considering we only get 5 thrones in taxation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it would put us at a negative
Yeah.
on taxation, technically.
It's also kind of expensive to fix it, but more so than some other stuff.
So you could argue is how much is it going to improve taxation by removing the arid qualities?
It'll be an extra 4 thrones if we rebuild the
Ew.
aqueduct and have water supplied. However, it gets more specific because that's not the only way we can get the water. So we can either pay for it, 12 thrones a season, or we can give up access to, or we give them exclusive mining rights, which will remove the buff to any mines within Mariv that the Golden Pyramid found recently.
So Mariv received a mining buff. That's correct, yeah.
So the mining buff will be consumed, basically. And Skura will be able to set up mines, and in theory, if relationships go bad, a military foothold within Mariv.
And I reckon we'll be like, yeah, go on, have our mining rights, sure, whatever. And then I bet they dig up a mithril mine. I bet.
Well, the Golden Pyramid will still be looking
fight.
through other mines and stuff anyway. We just won't have the buff. We can still have mines.
Yeah.
The third way, there is a third way, and it's been proposed by some sneaky NPC orcs, and that is to tunnel into Skura and set up an illegal water mine connected to the aqueduct, which they will eventually discover, but can't do anything about, but they will kick right off.
Basically, we're just gonna really upset the Skurans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the three.
Views.
Those are the three things. And
I think this is a potentially quite an achievable goal.
Well, wait until I tell you what I want to do, because it might not be. Oh, I already told you actually.
Can't remember, but okay.
There's further knock-on effects from that. So if we manage to set up a deal with Skura for their water, either by the mines or the money, they will then, or we will be able to commission a healer's pool in Uradal, which will be cool. Because the Skuran people that look after the water in their area called Water Guardians. So they do the engineering works to get the water out of the ground, but they also do a lot with it for healing. Apparently they use it for a lot of healing and stuff. So I think that would... I don't know what the healer's pool gets us. It's an additional 2 thrones of taxation. So it'd go up to 6 thrones.
On top of our 5 thrones. So
on top of the current 5, yeah.
Yeah.
So
is this also the I guess you're going to talk about it actually, about the what's the thing?
The dam?
No, I thought it was a not an embassy. Something like that. Anyway, forget it.
No. Don't know.
No, I don't know. I can't remember the word is, but that's right.
We'd also get an imperial title out of that. Should be Bone Setter of the healing pool. Which is cool. And I presume we would get some kind of herb-based output from that.
I could tell you exactly what we get if you want.
Does it tell you what you get out of it?
Yeah, so they can purchase vials of the sun filled with water from the pool.
Vials of the sun filled with water from the pool. Oh, okay.
Yes, from the sun. Thank you. Yeah, so they get an opportunity to buy stuff.
So for those that may not know what that is, what is a vial of the sun?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's your job to look it up. So yeah, that's the kind of things that will. Oh, hang on, here we go. Healing waters, 150 rings, 1 vial of the sun. So get money by selling them, trading them, presumably.
No, you purchase them. 150 rings to buy one.
Oh, you can purchase them. All right. Well, there you go. So that's what having the water will do, and it will also make Eurodal not arid. It removes the arid debuff. So, I mean, we won't talk about what we want to do about it. That's we can only really talk about what is potential.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can talk within the realm of the wind, but I mean, it's cool to have these three options. You can, yeah, I mean, sacrificing the mining buff, you know, ultimately that only becomes an issue if there's Marie's full of miners, but I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
12 thrones seems pricey to me, but also you're removing a quality, arid quality. So, yeah, it's a cool. I feel like this is quite a nice little thing just to get into, rather than it suddenly becoming overwhelming. But also, I could be wrong. But...
Yeah. So that's one of the three areas, potential solutions. One of the three regions.
I think it's cool to with relations with Skurrans as well. It's a cool opportunity to kind of have another foreign nation and be like.
I really like the idea of tunneling in and stealing it. I think that's really funny from an OC perspective.
It
would be bad.
And like the Skurrans, like I think their ancestors fought the Grendel and like kicked them out of Mariv at some point. So like I don't know, they're kind of old school good people. I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
The write-up says the Skurrans would soon realise it was happening, but they'd be unable to stop it because they wouldn't know where the Empire was tapping the lake. They would complain bitterly in all likelihood, but who really owns a giant underground lake? Which, you know, I get it.
Also, what's involved in digging?
So there is something called the Yellowfish Adit, which is
is that what it is?
It's an old mine basically that we would have to then pay to get it fixed and turned into the way we'd steal the water. So it would still cost 20 white granite, 10 weirwood, 5 mithril, 105 crowns. That's a lot of bourse in that. I don't know if it's worth that to sour relations as well, just for the sake of 12 thrones, you know. Basically, it's going to be probably Mr. Senator's job to try and convince the Senate to give out 12 thrones a season for the upkeep of the water, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, that's... yes, I think that would be a Senate motion to do. And yeah. I think that'd be a tough sell, in my opinion, because, like we were saying a minute ago, like, that Mariv would be then potentially be negative on tax.
Well, straight away, you'd be able to argue that... I don't know if we can talk about this. I'm just going to say it. You can ban me as well, Matt P. You'd be able to argue that straight away you'd be reducing the 12 throne deficit by 6 thrones.
And then plus your base 5.
So it's only a 1 throne deficit, which you could then offer to pay per season. And then we've broken even.
Oh, I mean, and then, yeah, you could absolutely do that. But then also, you're not just a throne deficit, you're also taking 5 thrones out of the budget that was there before. So you're actually a 6 throne deficit.
No, because we're already generating 5 thrones from the region.
Yeah. Anyway.
So the region is only a 1 throne deficit.
Yeah, but before the region was supplying 5 thrones to the budget, and now it's taking 1 throne out.
Yeah, so it's a 1 throne deficit.
Yeah, but you're technically taking 6.
Nah. Only when things are negative, that's when they're bad. That's what I learned in economy school. I basically done girl math on that, I think.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was going to say, I was just going to quickly have a look on the wiki to see if there was a taxation thing, showing what the tax incomes are from regions. Can't find it. So
okay, I would imagine that is not something that's publicly available.
I don't know.
All right. Well, do you want me to go on to Nadir?
Yeah.
While you're doing that.
Yep.
So that's region 1, Eurodal, fixed, easy. -1 deficit / -6 deficit,
Or we just lose the mines buff, and that does it.
or we just lose the mines. There you go, Robbie. Only the master of the mint knows.
Huh?
That's all he's got to say on that. And I agree. But I also hate it. So Nadir. Nadir is also arid. But apparently there's I can't remember where I read it, but basically it's got hills of pocketed water dotted around where it rains and then it like absorbs into the land. So it would actually make it really good for farming cattle instead of crops and stuff, I guess. Nadir is too high for the aqueduct to be any good for any of the other regions. And Ikarian's too far away.
Okay, well, I mean, but again, yeah.
So this is where the marches come in. They've come up with a solution. Nadir experiences more rainfall than other parts of Mariv, but the high hills trap the water in tarns, leaving the lowlands parched and arid. As a result, there's not enough water to grow crops, but it's possible to stock the hills with sheep and cattle. So yeah, essentially, we can be cow orcs, like Robbie says. So the long and the short of it is,
great herd, don't we?
Yeah, so this would be a second herd.
That's cool.
But we can't make the second herd out of the current amount of cattle within Mariv, or even from the Great Herd, which I assume would become the Northern Great Herd. I don't know.
Because this is the Southern Great.
Yeah, so we apparently have to buy the cattle from the marches because they have some kind of surplus with their markets. They get some kind of tokens or tickets.
Yeah, they'll get a physical ticket in their player packs they can come sell to us. Yeah.
Yeah, they can choose to sell it to the orcs or anyone, I guess, or is it specifically for this? Or they can sell it back
specifically for this.
Or they can sell it back to their like internal market and get the money back that way. So there's a bit of an opportunity for us to deal with the marches. The second part of that is we would have to escort the cattle from wherever they are in the marches to Mariv, and it would take up to 6 months. So we'd have to use military units essentially to use the guard action.
At least 1,000 points of military units
for it to be successful. Yeah.
Which, I mean, in a military unit culture of the Imperial Orcs, with lots of high-level military units, not impossible.
No, and also marchers can do it as well.
Oh, okay.
It's Imperial Orc and marchers.
It's kind of cool about having a new sinecure as well, potential.
I don't think we do even need that many. Oh, Robbie's already said it. There's 10 people because of basic military strength is 100 or 110 or something. I think it's 100. So that's fairly easy. But there's also an option to do some kind of shortcut, I think, with Eternals, involving Eternals, which...
Shortcut, yeah. An Archmage could use their...
I'm not hugely keen
on. Yeah, basically.
I'm not keen on it, but the Skurrans are keen to know more about what we do with Eternals, because they don't deal with Eternals, basically. Or very little.
I was just trying to read that Eternal bit. So would we still use the herd, but have an Eternal get involved as well?
So there's I think that's instead of the herd.
Yeah,
because it's finding water underneath Nadir, essentially. So we wouldn't have to do the herd. Yes, in fact, it says it in the first paragraph of that bit that it's an alternative proposal from the Golden Pyramid.
So yeah, again, we need to buy some cows from the marchers. This could either go really well, or the marchers are going to be like, "I want Wonga for these cows," and then all of a sudden we can be like, you know, we put through a Senate motion to allow the marchers to do it, and then they turn around and then we can't buy enough. it's just another thing for us to pay for, right?
Yes. Which I guess brings me on to the third region and the thing that I definitely would love for the Imperial Orcs to come together and do. But I'll talk you through it. So the third region, Icarian, is right next to Spiral, which is pretty bad.
Yep. So Icarians are northern west.
Yeah.
So, right, I'm mirrored a minute. Yeah. So Icarians up here, and then Nadir's there, Uradal's there, and then you got the Apulian way.
Right? Yeah. So for Icarian, we have three options again. I think the first one is that the Freeborn will be able to build something called, is it a Qanat? Qanat?
Yeah. Qanat? Yeah, I don't
know. Which will
Qanat.
remove the arid quality. I don't know how. What is a Qanat? An underground channel that protects water from the heat of the sun, and it's distributed over a large area.
A bit like a aqueduct, an underground
aqueduct. Yeah.
A bit like a water pipe.
Yeah, so we can do that. It's whopper expensive, and we have to use the. Oh no, that's for.
It's not.
That's something else.
Whopper expensive.
Or 40
weirwood. Yeah, it's not. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not ludicrous.
Oh, Matt's paying for that one. That's good. Sounds like he's got the dollar.
So ultimately, it's get rid of arid in all of our.
Yeah, that's not the end of this one though.
No.
The second option is to dam the river Doubt in Spiral and divert water into Icarian. This is real spicy because the location where it would need to be dammed is right in the Black Plateau, where many Imperial citizens died, and it would basically be flooding that area. So there might be backlash from a lot of nations about their dead.
I mean, the Black Plateau is not a nice place, so just chuck a load of water on top of it.
Well, the other negative is that we would have to sustain armies there whilst the construction was happening, and they would be taking 5% loss because of the Black Plateau thing.
Don't like the Black Plateau. The Black Plateau at the moment is a pain because that also affects. Does it affect resupply to army? Anyway.
Yeah, it reduces their resupply by 5% each season they're there.
Yeah. So not great.
Which is a bit yikes. However, the other thing is we would have to use the Tower Jacks.
Which is an army, right?
Yeah.
High Guard army.
Or an enchanted Imperial army for a season. Oh, so it is only one season. Any army under the Bound by Common Cause enchantment would be able to do it, if not the Tower.
And let me tell you a story. The armies are really busy at the moment.
Well, to wrap up this wind, the third thing we could do is do both. But hear me out, because there is a cool reward for doing both. The two proposals for Icarian are not mutually exclusive. It would be expensive, but the Empire could decide to dam the Doubt and build the Icarian Qanat. They would need a separate Senate motion for each project, so 2 Senate motions. The cost would be high. It's 70 wains of weirwood and 200 and something crowns, and we would need the armies. But the outcome would be truly impressive. The region would cease to be arid, but with so much water to spare, it would quickly become a green and verdant oasis. If that happened, the resulting boost to agriculture and water supply would help all settlements throughout the region grow. That would immediately improve imperial taxation for the territory, providing an additional 6 thrones per season to the imperial treasury, as long as the area remained an oasis. It would also create something truly astonishing, an extraordinary feat of engineering that could not help but impress the Orcs who live in Uradal by demonstrating the depths of the Empire's commitment to the territory, and as a result it would remove the uncooperative quality from Uradal as well.
Yes. Which, from memory, I can't remember if we have another option to get rid of uncooperative from Uradal.
Don't know.
When we had a load of wins a couple of events ago, we basically our opportunities we were given was basically kind of get rid of all the I don't know what you call them, qualities from
Negative
the regions.
qualities.
I don't know if we had one to. So, I mean, ultimately, it's spend money, get rewards. Also, hey Paul, welcome to the stream, and
Hello,
also
everyone tuned in.
Robbie. Great idea about the natural curve of the Earth. However, the Earth is in fact flat, so that wouldn't work. But thank you. Nah,
I just realised what you said, you fool. I did miss something.
Allowed an opinion.
I did miss something for the damming the river. The Archmage can use a plenipotentiary to ask Yelenwe to help protect the army from the effects of the Black Plateau. Now, I don't know what that means. I only read the highlight.
I reckon it means lots of moving parts and lots of complication. That's what I reckon that means.
There might be a solution to this problem. Severina mentions that she's been she's taken to travelling spiral with water supplied to her by a Herald of the Swan. I'm assuming that's the same. Is the Swan Yelenwe? Yeah. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either. She claims the water provides respite from the plateau, allowing her trouble-free dreams when she drinks it. Could the Archmage of Day implore Zai of the Perfect Morning to provide such protection to an entire Imperial army? And if they did, what might that strange Eternal demand for such a boon? So we could get an Eternal evolved to protect the army from the Black Plateau while we dam the Doubt. I love it. It's so intricate. I love from start to finish this wind.
I was buzzing about it, and now I've got a headache about it.
Nah, it's so good. I'll do a little breakdown of it for you. I'll do a diagram of here's what we could do and what this would then do.
I'm gonna get these put into documents anyway, IUC documents, just so we've got the information. I was gonna say about there's a little timing bit at the bottom here talking about these opportunities we have from this wind. A couple or three of them are time sensitive.
Yes, the Kanat, the Herd, and the
Skurrans.
Something else. Yeah,
Skurrans helping. So essentially we've got till summer to do it.
Which would be really difficult to do all three regions by then, because the Kanat is in Ikarian, the Herd is in Nadir. What's the help from Skura? Is that for Uradal? Basically, we're having to choose regions.
That is the aqueducts, yes.
Yeah.
So I know in our little chat with Daddy Drew, I think what would be handy is if you like IC stuff, if we kind of pitch ideas, isn't it? Because we're going to have to focus on something, and we're just going to have to sell the idea and be like, this is achievable. Also, it's worth saying that some of these are not time sensitive, such as damming the Doubt, or stealing water from the Skurrans.
Yeah, or asking for Eternal's help. I guess we'll wrap it up there, but in my head, I know which one that makes the most sense to do ASAP, and that's the one that has the most benefits.
I'm going to have to reread it a couple of times, but I've got things I want to do.
Okay.
The tunnels and the Oasis. Sorry, I've got caught up in Robbie's chat. Sorry.
Okay.
Robbie's put in the chat. The tunnels and the Oasis are the only thing to affect the area so far.
What, in a positive way?
I don't know. I need to reread it again and just see our options. I like the talks of the Skurrans. I think I personally like that. But I need to reread this again and just start thinking about actually if we like had an achievability scale, you know, what's achievable in certain time frames, costs and stuff. But I mean, that's the game, isn't it?
We essentially need what I've had a hand in making it work, which is a risk versus reward for our projects. Because the one that I think has the most reward is the most risky.
It's exactly what we need. I mean, without going IC, which I don't think we're doing, because we could just ignore the fact that we're talking about this. Ultimately, we've got to risk assess and be like, again, it's like everything. There's so many moving parts, especially when we start trying to tap up Eternals. All of a sudden, you've got like, oh, it gets complicated, but it's fun because Storms. It's fun because we've got this just so much potential to get really stuck into. Robbie's just put in the chat about the Stormlord Sentinel can act as an embassy and fort, but does not affect the area in any other regard. So that's another opportunity we had, which I really wanted to build. It's like a fortification. But I think, what Robbie's basically saying in chat is we want to target these negative qualities on these regions.
Yeah.
Also, ultimately, we need to keep hold of Mariev, so that's kind of important. But
I
think
remembered something somewhere. There's an opportunity for us to sell water back to Skura. I think it was for the hill one, the Nadir stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the
buying water from Nadir.
If we do either shortcut using Eternals, Skurans would be interested in buying water if the Empire pursued either option.
Yeah, which very interesting, buying surplus water back from the Empire if they could agree on an ongoing fee for the supply. So that's cool, because then that opens back up chats with Skurans, and they're going to want to negotiate buying water off us, which is cool.
What we could do is say, okay, well, you can have the water back if you provide water to the aqueduct in Eurodal for free. And then we haven't had to pay any thrones out. We haven't had to steal it, and they're getting water back from us.
It's an interesting one. I think there is a metric ton of stuff going on in this wind.
It's so complex. I love it. I've not been so engrossed by a wind before as I have this one.
They call it crunchy. It's like chewy, right? It's like
meaty.
It's like it's not. It's so in depth. It's just a lot and it's exciting that we've potentially got another big wind coming with what I was saying earlier about like our Senate motion and us sending one of the seps into Mariev to help it. So we could have another thing come through with a bit more option as well, which is really cool. So it's crunchy, chewy, fun, headache.
This is the least amount of headache I've ever had from a wind.
Oh no, I think headache wise of like, it's like for me and you in character, it's going to be our job to make part of this work, which is that's the tricky headache bit. But I think
definitely you, possibly me.
But that's cool.
Anyway, that's my the one that I wanted to talk to you about that you mostly told me about in the end, as you read it as we went, which is pretty good.
You spoke back?
No, I did. It was good. I just think it's really nice. A nice wind. I don't know if they've done anything different. It just seemed to jump out at me way more. I know it's Orc related, but I will be looking at the other winds more closely.
I think you could argue that you, over the past year, have now got a vested interest in basically what this is about.
Yeah, it's kind of lined up, hasn't it?
It's targeted onto us, which is awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
No.
Well, that's everything I had for this podcast today.
That's fine. I mean, there's not much else to... Oh, PDF version.
Can you imagine if we could just like go live every day a new wind came out and chat about it?
Technically, we could. But we won't.
You can. I might struggle.
We're going to be about next Wednesday, aren't we?
Yep.
Next Wednesday, same time, 7:00. We're going to be about doing another stream, and hopefully we'll have some other winds we can talk about. Again, it's kind of I don't know if we want to be massively wind heavy. However, it's something to talk about. It's interesting. It's exciting us, and we want to talk about. So tough, isn't
it? Yeah, I guess so. I did say
Yeah.
last week I was going to try and go live while I sorted the LARP stuff out in the storage unit. The reason I
Did you
didn't go
sort it out?
live is because I haven't done the sorting out.
I was going to say, yeah.
So that's coming.
Have you done it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a long one as well because the tent is right at the back, behind fridges,
Ugh.
freezers, beds.
Yuck.
Yeah, multiple old PCs.
You have a lot of PCs in there for some reason. I saw them.
Yeah,
Saw
that was
them with
half
my
of them.
own
I
eyes.
threw the other half away.
Ah. I was going to say, oh yeah, so next stream, obviously people jump in the Discord. The Discords are popping. I don't know, just have a chat and then we'll talk about if there's anything anyone wants to talk about specifically. Just chuck it in there because
sorry guys, I do keep making new channels and changing channels around and stuff because I just go out for a walk and then I start thinking about the Discord and I think what can we do to improve it, and then I took some pictures and then I was like we don't have anywhere for just like photos, so then I was like let's change the pet one and then I added the weather one and yeah, it's chaos.
It's great. It's an evolving thing. I'm going to say sorry for outing everyone all the time, but I thought it was a good idea and maybe it's not. So
everyone
but
listen.
Prepared to be atted more next week when we. But yeah, so we'll go live next week. Talk about a bit some more stuff. We've got obviously getting so close to the event now. I'm not sure if we'll do a stream the week of the event. We haven't spoke about it, so I'm not going to say it, and then Mark will be like, "Oh, I don't. Why have you done this?" So, but we'll see. It'd be nice to. I just know it's a busy time for us both. So,
did I not tell you Justin and I are going live for the whole drive down?
Did I not tell you that I'm going live, recording you live?
Oh,
mate, that'd be a fun stream. That would be cool, actually.
Imagine if all three of us are in the car
on the way down to Empire. Oh, that'd be chaos.
Well, you'd be watching us stream from our car.
Yeah, I'll be driving
in your van
with a like a selfie stick out the window.
That's not true.
No, so yeah, I mean, although signal's rubbish at Empire, isn't it? But I was going to say, like,
it would slowly go from bad to stopping when we get near the camp.
What we did a bit of last time is just use like little snippet videos, and we can just post them whilst we're there.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure my Discord wasn't really loading.
No, mine only posted while I was lying prone in the car.
Yeah, I remember you saying actually. Yeah, you were only getting signal. Like, yeah, I think I posted a few TikToks.
Oh yeah,
that's the only time I've ever posted TikToks. But we
are bad at short form content.
Yeah.
And it ain't getting better.
No.
No, we will try. We will try.
And that's a promise. Yeah. I mean, also, I've said before, absolutely buzzing for E1, and it's the most buzzing I've been in. I can't remember. So maybe I'll make more. Maybe we'll do some more content. Who knows?
Same. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing too. We've officially put the meetup out into the Discord, haven't we? For anyone that wants to grab a drink.
Yeah. We're selling meat now through the Discord. Pork, beef.
Meat raffle every Sunday.
Meat raffles on Thursday nights. So
no, we thought it'd be cool because last time we went out to the Forge, didn't we, on the Thursday, and we ended up bumping into a few of the Alpers, which is nice. So we've made it slightly more official in that we'll definitely be up there in the evening if anyone wants to join.
The Forge is a weird one, isn't it?
It's another reason to join the Discord.
Yeah, and yeah, people are chatting loads. I mean, like last event, Forge was really fun. The event before, I think we were just sat in the Forge like on our own, weren't we? I know the Forge didn't open until like
we didn't even get in the Forge.
Was it last time? Yeah, we're like 7 o'clock, go to the Forge, and they're like, we haven't opened yet. It's like, okay,
yeah,
but I've come to party.
Yeah.
There we go. We got to go to the Dawn OC camp to get a signal. We have to join Dawn now.
Oh yeah, that is an invite if I ever saw one.
We're
going to join Dawn as one of the armies that went and murdered all the Raven.
What, turn up as a
just be like real pro, like
yeah.
We hated the Raven.
I don't know.
We should do that.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No.
Where exactly is the Forge? The Forge is, or what usually is, directly at the end of Traders
On the
Row
main
from
strip.
the main street.
Yeah. It's not the main strip.
It's the icy bar, the PD
Profound Decision Run
bar.
Yeah, which takes OC money, but
Yes.
they sell Iron Brew. That's something they got going for them.
I love
Tends
Iron Brew.
to be an absolute rammed on a Thursday night, doesn't it? But
I love Iron Brew. I miss OG Iron Brew.
I went to Edinburgh, obviously, you know, Mark, and we went to a burger place and I had a pint of Iron Brew with my burger. It was lovely.
Yeah, very nice.
And then we had a cocktail. I didn't have a cocktail, but it was like an Iron Brew cocktail. It was bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, Forge Thursday night.
Yep.
Event is slapped up in the Discord. We like play it by ear with anything, wouldn't it? So I think the actual event, we'll just be messaging in the Discord. So if people want to do anything, we'll be in the Discord chatting, and then we'll be showing Justin around.
Yep.
Which is cool. That's slightly fun. That's slightly exciting. Taking someone there for the first time. You know,
it's almost every day we have a conversation about sort of what it's like to go for the first time. Because I think he's very much thinking, you know, it's going to be really like in character, intense, which is exactly how I felt when I first went. And I was walking around thinking I have to be 100% in character all the time. And it's only when you start going and it eventually becomes more relaxing, but you can't tell anyone that without them experiencing it.
Yeah, I remember the same. I was telling my mum and sister when they first went. I was just like, "Listen, guys, like, you know, get your head in the game." And then, like, my mum made some friends, and they were just talking about Netflix the whole time. And I was just like, "Mum, you're not in character," and they were like, just don't, you know, they didn't care.
I think different levels of in character and RP happen within some circles, don't they? And
I mean, they weren't shouting about Netflix in the middle of the Moot Square. They were. But yeah, exactly. Like, it's Justin's going to be fine, and excited to show him around. I was picturing a bit like in Jurassic Park when they go through the big gates, and it's just that, wow. I'm picturing that. So
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you have. You're winding me up.
I haven't seen Jurassic Park.
I know you've seen it.
Jurassic Park 1, the first one. My brother took me to the cinema. I was about 3.
Yeah, that's wild.
And you know MGM, the old they used to have the lion that would roar at the start of the. They replaced that with a T-Rex roaring, and I immediately started screaming the place down, and we had to leave. And
I probably wouldn't have watched it at 3.
I was quite young.
I mean, also,
I want to say 3.
I don't know when it came out.
It was the 90s, I'm sure. Jurassic.
You've absolutely seen the thing. You can't fool a.
It was 1993.
Fool. I was born then. Wow.
And I was 3.
Yeah, I know you've watched it. So.
I haven't. Did you think that was a bit? I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it is a bit. I know it is.
It's not a bit.
You're a prankster, and you always tease me and wind me up. So.
I tried watching the Chris Pratt ones and just didn't enjoy them. I know enough pop culture to get by from the first 3. So I know the
second one.
I knew enough to help you film. I know you filmed the intro for that. Yeah, so I didn't help that because I hadn't seen it.
Man, I love that. Oh, so you did? But you got the reference.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say because it was spot on. It was a spot on.
Yeah, I did the voiceover actually.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did actually.
I did the Richard Attenborough voiceover. See, I knew he was in it. I've also seen the bit where they see the giant pile of dinosaur poo. Yeah. I know about that bit.
What about when he's got the claw in his hand and he's talking about slashing the kid's stomach open? Have you seen that?
I've seen the bit where the guy is in the Portaloo and gets killed.
This is still a bit.
It's not a bit. It's not a bit.
It's Jurassic Park, like the most famous. Anyway,
I know about
movie night needs to be a thing.
I know about the sexy pose from what's his face from Thor Ragnarok, and loads of stuff. Jeff Goldblum, yeah, he like poses with his shirt open.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
In one of the Jurassic parts.
Gets wrecked by a T-Rex.
Does he?
This is why, yeah, like T-Rex, like
Does he die?
So. No.
All right.
It's Jeff Goldblum, isn't he?
Spoilers.
I mean, Oh no, I was gonna say you haven't seen the others, so he's in the second one and probably the third one. Yeah, this is why movie night needs to be a thing. Empire, Starship Troopers, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Starship Troopers.
I'm not going into this. I'm not going into this.
What's Starship Troopers? Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna destroy every copy of Lord of the Rings ever.
Is that
no?
Is that TV show where they go through the wormhole gate?
Yeah, that's it. What, with the person from Steps?
What?
Is it the girl from Steps? Is it Primeval or something like that? They're like.
I have no idea. I'm talking about Stargate.
Yeah, I know. I clocked it. So there was another show where like anomalies formed, and then dinosaurs could come through. So they were part of like a team, and I'm pretty sure it was someone from Steps. The short hair, blonde short hair.
Primeval TV show.
It's British, and it was with
2007. Don't recognize any of these people from Steps.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could have this completely wrong. Is that? Oh, that's literally them. I can't believe it. I found it straight away.
Who is it?
I'm finding out now. Is it? Not her, surely. Oh, B. Maitland. Oh no, wait. No, Hannah Sperrett. It is. Is it?
Hannah Spirit.
S Club. S Club. It's S Club.
S
I knew
Club.
it was something. S Club. Primeval was banging. Yeah, I don't want to.
Ain't no party like an S Club party.
S Club party.
That could be the theme tune to E1. For those that don't know, we always have a theme tune to E1. Yeah, but nothing you've posted so far when you've said I've got the theme tune has been strong enough.
No. It's Corner Shop, Brimful of Asher, or potentially Vengaboys, or
not silly enough.
Dr. Jones by Aqua.
That could be good. What about the Crazy Frog?
No, that's terrible. Or the intro to Jurassic Park. Hannah Spirit. I can't believe it.
The guy Jurassic Park. I've seen the bit where he has to grab it's like a trinket in the temple, and he has to run from a boulder.
Yeah, he puts this bag of sand on to get it out. Yeah.
I've seen that.
Boulder, it's a T-Rex.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
A Velociraptor.
So have you haven't seen any of Jurassic? Not the first three.
No.
The OG 3. Oh.
No, I've seen snippets of a lot of it.
They're all good.
I've seen enough of it in other content to know the film.
In number 3, they have like a massive avian bit, so it's like a massive dome, and they have flying. It's really cool. Right, so we'll bring the big tent next event, get power hookup, and we'll run the projector.
Where's that come from?
Have we ever spoken about the projector idea? Remember we wanted to do movie nights in Big B?
Not on stream, I don't think.
No,
it's not called that anymore either.
And do a projector and do movie nights inside our big tent. That's what we want to do, like Thursday night movie night.
Well, we'd have to get them Monday because the extended edition of Lord of the Rings is quite long.
Well, we'd need to do Jurassic Park first.
No, thank you. I just had a fun idea for
put Lord of the Rings on.
A fun idea for a stream.
Not on my tent.
You don't need to. Yeah. I'll put it on. You'll be banned.
Not on the tent.
Lock you in the van.
You can have it outside the tent.
Yeah, I'll just put a big sheet up.
No, I'll tear it down. You have a pillowcase to put it on.
A fun idea for a stream would be what movies has Mark seen?
Not a lot, apparently.
It's
no good ones.
The list of ones I have seen is definitely smaller than the ones I haven't. I'll tell you that.
That's true. We'll put Lord of the Rings Extended on after we watch every Jurassic Park and Jurassic World film.
Well,
And
the reward,
every Starship Troopers.
your reward for us putting Lord of the Rings on is that we'll watch Jurassic Park after, maybe.
No.
I will never watch Starship Troopers though.
We can
because it's too fun. It's too fun.
Yeah, I know, because you're a wind up.
To not watch. It's too fun to watch you off about it.
If we arrived at 1:00 on a Thursday, set by 4:00, the big tent set up, and the movie's running. We have the extended version on. What's that, like 14 hours?
For Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. I gotta do some maths quick. Yeah. Okay, that's a long time, but
it's quite a long time. It's over 12 hours.
It's like till 6 a.m.
Yeah. Well, that's fine, and then we've got 12 hours until time in.
Yeah, but we'd have to sleep then.
Well, Jurassic Park 1 and 2, and then sleep.
Did I tell you I went to a mate's stag do and they just like ran Arnie films? Arnie Schwarzenegger films. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Literally, we had like demo. Was it demo?
No, you're talking about him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we literally like 3 films in. I was like, I'm going to bed now. It's like 1 a.m.
What films was it? If it wasn't Jingle All the Way, then I don't want to hear it because that's the ultimate Arnie film.
It wasn't Jingle All the Way. It was
terrible.
Total Recall.
I've seen it.
Commando. Maybe Predator.
Not seen it.
Yeah. Anyway. Empire Lark.
He's so fuming that I haven't seen all these films.
Disbelief is... It's not fuming, it's disbelief.
But you better believe it.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Anyway. I'll probably do.
Every Arnie film is the ultimate Arnie film.
Jingle All the Way is so good.
Best
Christmas film. Week. Best Arnie film.
Nah, help me.
What are we going to talk about next week? Are we going to see what juicy wins come up?
We're going to see what other wins come up as well. I mean, come and join the Discord and let us know if you want to chat about it, if it's specific.
Also,
we're going to talk about...
I want to quickly do shameless YouTube plug because we are so close to 300 followers. So everyone,
subscribers,
tell your friends, please. Thanks, please.
Please. Yeah, I mean,
there's a prize.
It'd be nice. Yeah.
Matt's got a prize for the 300th subscriber. 400th subscriber.
It's an Empire ticket purchased by Mark. I would love to give away an Empire ticket, but not right now. So anyway,
that would be cool.
Tell everyone about it. Let's get subbies up. Let's get some more views. Get some people watching. Cool.
Yeah. And thank you for tuning in, everyone. We massively appreciate it. It's really nice to be back and doing it more regularly than we have been over the long dark.
Especially everyone that are currently in the chat, bar Robbie.
Why are we excluding Robbie?
No, because I was about to say weren't here when we literally streamed every 2 weeks.
Oh.
all they've really experienced is us doing like one video every 6 months. So fair play.
Yeah, that's true.
Back in the day, we used to stream every we started off I think every week and then did every 2 weeks. And I had substance as well.
You know, I had a spreadsheet and everything. We had a huge organizational.
Yeah. We had booked in a year's worth of content, and it all fell apart.
No, it didn't. We did most of it.
Yeah, well, we did 4 nations. We were meant to do all the nations. We were meant to do loads of stuff, and saying that, we changed our format. That's why.
Yeah,
we were doing streams / recordings. And now we kind of just shifted to chill streams, and chill streams are fun.
Chill streams are fun. I would like to go back to making recorded content though, but maybe in the form of shorts again. But I just can't. I just don't. Yeah. I don't have the editing time at the moment.
Also, vlogs, which is tricky again because when you're loving an event, you don't want to
That's
take
one
away
part
from
of it.
by trying to record something, which is what we did last event. We didn't record anything because we were like, do you know what? We're just in the moment.
That's one part of it. The other part of it is PD have made it extremely difficult to produce any kind of cool background footage for you guys. So it will inevitably turn into just us yammering in the OC area.
Which it was.
Yeah.
Which is fine for people that want that, but that's it. I mean, it's a big shame from when we first started doing our vlogs, because all of a sudden it's come down to us being sat at the van talking about our day, which isn't. I mean, we tried to do recordings in different areas, didn't we?
Yeah, well, we did the chat from inside the Hall of Worlds, which I found really cool and fun. And we showed the Reggio, and it was really early, so no one was around.
Yeah, I mean,
in the food area, yeah.
We talk about this all the time about like what's IC area. Is it any in character area during in character time, or is it any in character area regardless? Because I think originally we were like, oh, an in character area is only in character when it's time in.
Well, no, originally the wording for content creation was
just real
during time in.
Yeah,
but that then disappeared.
And now that's changed. So we're like, well, is it in character area only during time in, or like for example, we've done it before where we've walked around the site videoing. Now, the way it's worded, we can't do that at all. We shouldn't be recording anything on the in character field, like the main field.
Yeah,
which is a shame because it would be like I think we've said before, Mark, like literally like let's go into the field an hour before time in and just start getting shots, like videos of like the site, you know.
Yeah,
whereas I believe we can't do that anymore. Yeah, which is maybe that's fine for the way PD want to run it. It's just a shame for us because we want to show off a really cool game and we can't.
I have discovered a workaround though. Have I told you?
Yeah, just do it anyway.
I think I've already messaged you about it, but the workaround basically is if people want to anonymously send footage of the site, we haven't recorded that.
Oh, you've not told me about that. That's but we are using. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Yeah, sure. Do you know what? Fuck around and find out, right?
Well, if it moves in a year and it's too far for us to go, it doesn't matter anyway in four events time, does it? But that's a tale for another time.
Yeah.
Basically, if we, it doesn't matter whether we do that or we've talked about maybe doing Men is Fate. They're gonna be vaguely just as far as each other potentially.
They're both slightly awkwardly far away for us. Yeah. But in my mental state with Empire at the moment, I would drive that extra bit.
Yeah.
I'm just loving Empire.
It depends how this year goes, I think.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, having an extra person in the gang could be interesting and fun. So
yeah,
and that could make things go. Anyway, we're waffling. I'm waffling. We're gonna end the stream here, right?
We're gonna go play Minecraft now, like adults.
Yeah, I might even stream it. Who knows?
Oh, catch Matt on King Matt the Superior Gaming on Twitch.
You can literally just come join us, but playing Minecraft in like 5 minutes.
Oh,
brilliant!
Cool, nice, done. I'd say around at least half of the podcast today was Empire related, which is pretty good.
Oh, at least. And then the other half was, getting stressed about films. But thank you everyone for coming and joining us again. Discord links probably somewhere. If not, I don't know.
If we were on Twitch, I could just do !Discord and the link would pop up. But
Discord is in the description, so please go check that out, as well as our Facebook and our Spotify.
It's up here.
And it's somewhere. And check out our stream next week.
Yes.
This time, Wednesday next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone. I've just remembered we don't have an outro screen again, so this is going to abruptly stop. So professional. Chef's kiss. Bye. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.